Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Matt Williams, and I'm the Business Services Specialist here at the Addison Public Library. Today, you are joining us for a workshop on how to manage stress in the job search and beyond. Normally, this presentation is given by one of our amazing community partners at the People's Resource Center, but unfortunately, they came down with a cold this morning and lost their voice. So I am pinch hitting the presentation this morning. So I will answer any questions that you have to the best of my ability, but I will also provide you with the slide deck as well as the referral contact for the presentation. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'll take questions at the end, so please keep yourself on mute, just so we have better sound quality. Feel free to turn on your video. Just for recording purposes, I won't be able to see anyone right now, so feel free to turn on your video if you'd like. If not, that's okay too. And then please use the chat function for any of your questions. I will get to those at the end of the presentation. And then here's just a little more Zoom information for you. So a little bit about the People's Resource Center. They are a food pantry, but they also have adult learning and literacy programs. They have an art studio, a clothes closet, computer training and access. They have a robust social services department, as well as a robust job search assistance program, which I work very closely with. So they provide one-on-one job coaching, resume writing. They also have an online job board. So just a little bit more in depth about the job assistance program at the People's Resource Center. They will provide you with individualized mentoring on applications, interview techniques, job search strategies, just overall readiness for your job search, resumes and cover letters, as well as focusing on skills and abilities. They also have access to Talent Central, which is a self-assessment skills test. They provide mock interviews with HR managers. They provide job search assistance workshops just like this one over Zoom. And they also provide a monthly job assistance calendar of events. All right, so now we'll get into the presentation on how to manage stress during your job search and beyond. So for today's objectives, we will understand how any job search can cause stress and interfere with your health. We'll learn the definition and major dimensions of self-care, and we'll obtain tangible ideas and tips on self-care techniques and how to apply them to daily life. So ongoing stress can lead to de-stress. So let's take a step back and think about what is stress. So stress is a physical, mental, or emotional factor that causes bodily harm or mental tension. Stresses can be external, like the form of or from the environment, psychological or social situations, or they can be internal, such as illness or from a medical procedure. Some signs of stress can include headaches, upset stomach, elevated blood pressure, overeating, a sleep disorder, chest pain, depression, panic attacks, and a sense of isolation. So with managing stress, it's very important to practice self-care. So job hunt stressors can impact you in a wide variety of ways. So your personal self-care is an important ingredient in your job hunt. Techniques exist to help you, and many address more than one self-care category. So we're going to go through each self-care category, which includes professional, physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, and relationships. So professional self-care. Now this includes activities that help you work consistently at the expected professional level. So keeping current in your field, professional journals, industry news, peer groups. You can seek out an experienced mentor for guidance as well as a practice of professional self-care. You can take advantage of training and educational opportunities. You can network with your peers, and you can participate in the PRC's job assistance program. So physical self-care is activities that help you stay fit and healthy with enough energy to meet work and personal commitments. So the number one most important thing is to prioritize sleep, and turn off your electronic devices when you're getting ready for bed. You want to aim for a healthy diet, so eating less processed foods and more natural foods. You want to move, so taking a walk, park from the furthest parking spot at your workplace, find a sport or exercise that you enjoy. Those also will help with your physical self-care. Don't neglect your health. And then also, it's very important to take a break when you feel like you need to. So psychological self-care is activities that help you feel more clear-headed and able to engage during your job search. So this could be something like cultivating a hobby that relaxes you and provides mental escape. You can keep a journal for your reflections. You can restrict your time with emails and calls when possible, and you can schedule downtime. You can also engage with positive friends and family members as well. So emotional self-care is activities that help you be the best version of yourself. So you want to check in on your attitude. So you want to check in about yourself, about the people around you, about the world in general. I know that can be a lot harder or easier said than done, but it's important to also take that reflective moment to then say, okay, well, what can I control and what can't I control? And then focus on on the things you can control. It's also very important to be a glass half full type of person. And then social interactions are also critical to our well-being and our health. And then how you react to stress is a choice. So, going back to the point, how we react to stress is something that we can control. So the stressor may not be something that we can control, but the how we react to it is the way that we can control that. So spiritual self-care, which are activities that help you connect with who you are at your core. So you can do that in ways like doing random acts of kindness. You can meditate or practice yoga, take a walk in nature, take a breath of fresh air. You can attend services in your faith tradition. You can also keep a gratitude journal, or you can volunteer for the greater good. And then relationship self-care is in the form of maintaining healthy and supportive relationships. So make time for the important people in your life. Honor the commitments you make to others. You want to avoid the naysayers and consider the people you choose to spend your time with. Are they your tribe? So you want to find your group of people that is your support system, and you want to focus on those. If you have someone who is more negative in your life, that could negatively influence your stressors and how you react to that stress in your job search and beyond. And we all know the job search, especially in today's market, is stressful beyond non-belief. But if we take these little steps to manage our stress and manage our surroundings and things we can control, that can help minimize as much as possible the external stressors of the job search. Okay. So some additional self-care practices. One is including a daily grounding practice. So it's your dedicated period of me time that allows you for a mental reset. Now be intentional about this. So you choose the time you set aside for it and keep to that time. So if it's right before you sit down for a meal every day, if it's right when you wake up, if it's halfway through your day, whatever time works for you, that's going to be your period of grounding time. And you want to choose an activity that fits your life. So it may be reading a magazine or taking a walk or focusing on the changing of the seasons. This week in our area is a great week for that because we had snow at the beginning of the week, and it will be mid 60s by the end of the week. So you could have a different change of season every day. But you could also play an instrument or listen to music, exercise, write a journal, meditate. But the most important thing is that you schedule this time and that you are committed to this time. And communicate with anyone who this may impact that your need for this time. And let them know, like, if you're doing this at home, let your family and those that you live with know that that's your me time and to leave you alone. If you're doing it at work, potentially, maybe as a part of your 15-minute break during the day, you can then leave your desk area, go take your break, and that can be your grounding time. So we do have an exercise here, but I'm going to just talk through the exercise. We won't necessarily do it today, but this is a calming exercise. So in order to do the calming exercise, you can practice smiling, even if you don't feel happy at the moment. So you can close your eyes while still being alert and practice smiling. So you focus your eyes like someone who is enjoying listening to music. You can say to yourself silently, I'm alert and my body is calm. And then this will shift your neurochemistry to increase your sense of joy and calmness. Another exercise is what's called box breathing. And box breathing it works because it calms your nervous system. As with many breathing exercises, you can do it anywhere without needing anything else. So how it works is you breathe in for 4 seconds and you hold that breath for 4 seconds, and then you breathe out for 4 seconds and hold that for 4 seconds. And then you repeat the process. And you usually repeat the process a few times. So it triggers in your nervous system. But this can then help you maintain calmness and reduce your stress. So here are some additional self-care resources. One is from the University of Buffalo with the School of Social Work. The second link is Mindful Teachers, Living and Learning and Teaching with Mindful Awareness. And then also Reach Out. And then Meetup is it's a platform that kind of brings people together. So based on various interest groups or events or things like that, or commonalities. So you can find a group that fits one of your interests, and you can attend one of those meetup sessions. Oftentimes, those meetup sessions are free too, but there are some like small fee meetups as well. And all of these links are hyperlinked in the presentation. So when you receive the slides, you can click on those links. There's some self-care apps. One is called AlloBud, which is an easy way to make sure that you are taking care of yourself every day. The apps send gentle nudges throughout the day, reminding you to drink water, eat, reach out to friends and family, and more. The Calm app has free offerings that include basic mindfulness practices. The free meditations, about 25 in total, come in different lengths, from a quick 3-minute meditation to a half-hour sitting meditation. And then there's Lumosity, which lets you play games, learn and improve your mind all at once. These apps include puzzles, memory games, logic problems, meditation techniques, and more. So some additional resources, because we know sometimes external stresses can also impact job search stresses. So when you are looking at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if you are at that first rung where you need food, shelter, water, that kind of thing, the People's Resource Center can help with their food pantry. You can receive food 2 times per month. And food pantry hours are at both of their locations. So you can look at the People's Resource Center website for those hours. But they also provide emergency assistance. We know things pop up from time to time, and we may not be able to afford them, like auto repairs or things like that. They provide emergency assistance if that is something that you would need help with as well. We also mentioned today talking like taking a time to kind of find a hobby or do something that interests you. If art is something that interests you, you can also join the PRC's art program. And classes include watercoloring, painting, pottery, creative writing, photography, and mixed media. Classes are taught by local artists, and you can sign up for the classes with the link or by calling that number. Also in our area, we also have the National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI for short. And then the NAMI DuPage office is located in Wheaton, but you can call them and if you need additional support. So one last reminder is anxiety happens when you think you have to figure out everything all at once. So it's very important to take a moment, take a second and breathe. So you're strong, you got this, and you can take it day by day. So just here's a last minute reminder of the People's Resource Center Job Assistance Program and everything that they offer. It is a great program. I hear great things about it. Everyone who I referred to the program really gets a lot out of that one-on-one job coaching that they offer. So I highly recommend if you are in need of assistance or in need of additional assistance to include job coaching, highly recommend their program. And they have great sets of volunteers from various industries who can then help you through their own experience and what they know about the job market as well. And how you connect with them is you just go to the People's Resource Center website, which is peoplesrc.org. And under the services tab, you can click on job assistance. And then you can click on the how to get started. They have multiple ways for you to get started. You can either give them a phone call or email them, or they have a contact us form. And someone will get in contact with you within 24 to 48 hours. Monday through Friday. If you fill it out on Friday, they probably won't get back to you until Monday or Tuesday. All right, so I will stop the recording and we will take any questions that you have.